A defiant Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has urged European countries to do more to help as he urged his citizens to halt Russia's invasion. The second day of fighting saw tanks enter the capital, Kyiv, for the first time. Ukrainian officials said they have handed out 18,000 guns to volunteers, as well as issuing instructions on how to make petrol bombs. Analysts suggest Russia's advance has been slowed by fierce resistance. A senior US official told Reuters news agency that Russia had encountered more resistance than anticipated, robbing the Russian force of momentum. Volunteers with no combat experience have been seen queuing to join the Ukrainian defense, while age restrictions for joining the army have been dropped. The UK's Chief of Defence Intelligence, Sir Jim Harkenhill, said that Russian forces continue to advance towards the capital, but that Ukrainian armed forces continue to offer strong resistance, focusing on the defense of key cities. Russia is continuing its assault from the north, south and east. In the evening, Kyiv came under fresh missile strikes, with explosions reported near a power plant and the sound of gunfire in the city. Loud explosions have been reported in the second largest city, Kharkiv in the northeast, with Ukrainians saying they have stalled a Russian advance. Mariupol, a strategically important port city on the Sea of Azov to the south, is reportedly under attack. A group of 13 soldiers on Zmyiny, Snake Island are being honored as heroes after they died refusing to surrender to a Russian warship. Ukraine says at least 137 people, civilians and soldiers, have been killed, while Russia has not admitted any deaths on its side. More than 100,000 people are estimated to have fled their homes, heading to family or fleeing for the border. The US, UK and EU have all levied financial punishment on Moscow, but stopped short of removing Russia from the international banking system, SWIFT. However, Mr. Zelensky said Western nations, and nearby Europe in particular, must go further and act without delay. Europe has enough strength to stop this aggression, he said. The columns of tanks and the airstrikes are very similar to what Europe saw a long time ago, during World War II, something about which it said never again, he said. But here it is, again, now, in 2022. 75 years after World War II ended. He said all countermeasures must be considered, including throwing Russia out of SWIFT, imposing visa bans and closing airspace to Russia.